Welcome into Cedartown High School basketball here on the Big AA. Brought to you by Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Also brought to you by Polk County Public Service, Croker's Hardware, Bradford's Pharmacy, Cedartown Automotive. Livewire Surplus. Also brought to you by Cherokee Golf and Country Club and Cedar Valley Golf Course. Along with Logan Maddox, I'm Andrew Carter here from Spring Garden, from the Garden, just outside of Piedmont, Alabama, where Cedartown looking to continue their good play of late. Their big win over region foe Southeast Whitfield was a big boost, and we have a lot of Cedartown fans here to see this one. Cedartown debuting their red jerseys tonight.
Ooh, I like it.
Usually Cedartown wearing black, but these are brand new red ones. So Cedartown will be sporting out the reds, and Spring Garden, of course, in their home whites.
Looks a lot like the UGA basketball jerseys.
In fact, it looks a lot like their black football jerseys, except they're red in color.
Sophomore number 2, Xavier Holiday.
Starters for Cedartown going like this. The sophomore guard, Xavier Holiday, getting the start. The senior Ronald Knight also coming onto the floor for Cedartown. Fellow senior Billy Darden trotting out there for the Bulldogs. Senior guard MJ Holiday. Finally, the senior Calvin Diamond, the starting four for Cedartown. Bulldogs coached by head coach Benji Frazier and assistant coaches Jarvis Frazier and Avery Privet. As Andrew mentioned, Cedartown 2-2 on the year, 2-1 in region play. Starters for Spring Garden. It's the number 6 ranked team in Class 2A in the state of Alabama, just about set to come out onto the floor. 6'4" freshman, or check that, the 6'1" freshman, John Welsh, getting the start.
And baby brother, freshman number 40.
His little brother, Jacob Welsh, little in everything but size, the 6'4" freshman out there.
That's a freshman?
That's a freshman. Should see him in football. Cam Welsh, the senior, out there. 3 straight Welshes to come out for the Panthers.
It's a family affair.
Talk about a family name here in Spring Garden. Cooper Austin, the son of head coach Ricky Austin. Another senior guard. And finally, the senior guard, Andrew Floyd, out there for Spring Garden. He's a star running back on their football team.
You know, we talked about the inexperience of the Lady Bulldogs only having Nearsil Brumby as the only senior. Cedartown is senior heavy this year, with most of their starters seniors, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2. Tipping at the line will be one of those seniors, Ronald Knight.
By the way, Spring Garden coached by girls head coach Ricky Austin. 3-0 on the year, haven't played many games. They beat Cleburne County, they blew out Gaston, and then earlier this week beat regional power Sandrock in their first area game. Actually, second area game. Jacob Welsh jumping for Spring Garden. For Cedartown, it's Billy Darden, and the tip will fall to Spring Garden. That was a missed jump there. It ended up going over to Cedartown somehow. I think they're going to try the tip again. Official warns both guys and says, all right, let's be a little more patient this time. And this time the tip goes behind them. So
I think that was the ref's fault that time.
Yep.
He got a little too much on the finger roll.
Hey, it happens to the best of them. Now, finally, we get a chance, and it falls over to Spring Garden, tipped over to John Welsh. He'll back it up to Cooper Austin. Austin puts on the brakes. He's guarded by Xavier Holiday around left side. This is as equally of a quick team on the boys' side for Spring Garden. They love the tempo. Cooper Austin inside, jumper over Darden, no good off the rim, tipped and rebounded by MJ Holiday. MJ to brother Xavier, a 3. It's off the rim, pulled down by Jacob Welsh. I think the key to this game is going to be who can be more physical. We saw when Cedartown dialed up the physicality in the girls' game, they found more success. Can't wait in the boys' game. This time it's a blocking foul called against Cedartown. Check and see who that's against. It's going to be number 12, Calvin Diamond, the first on the scene.
Maybe a few more fouls in this game than there was in the girls' game.
First one coming 38 seconds in. There's a couple of free throws here for Cooper. And the first one up and no good. Cooper Austin, the 5'10" guard for Spring Garden. 4-year starter for the Panthers. makes the second one. You put Spring Garden on the board first, it's 1-0. MJ gets the inbounds pass. Think about what a win tonight could do for the mood of this Cedartown team. Could really boost it. Try to give them a good feeling heading into the big tournament next week against Haralson County, and then obviously into region play. Driving inside now, kicking outside. Cedartown with a jumper from Calvin Diamond, too short, and it falls to the freshman, John Welch.
You're not forgetting that big, there's a push. They're going to get, I think, Xavier Holiday on the foul. But Cedartown has another game against Carrollton on Saturday. Cedartown certainly an underdog more than likely in that game against a very good Carrollton team.
Carrollton, one of the best teams in the 6A, and they play in a stacked region with all those Paulding County teams, Douglas County, Rome. First things first, got to play this one against a very good Spring Garden team. There's a basket and a foul. Cooper Austin makes the layup, and it's the second foul quickly against Calvin Diamond. We're only a minute and a half in. 3-0 Spring Garden. Chance to make it 4-0 as Jordan Johnson will come in off the bench. Senior football star who got an offer from Georgia Military College today.
Good for him. That's great news. And this is only Jordan's, I think, second full game back with the team.
Free throw is converted by Cooper Austin. 4-0 Panthers early in this one. Now Cedartown just looking for a score. MJ Holiday has it top of the key. He spins. Senior will back it up. Hand signal to move around the offense. Over to Billy Darden. Now on the outside, Jordan Johnson, a three. It's off the rim. Rebounded by Cameron Welsh. Over to Cooper Austin. Senior will drive it down the floor. Screen set. A three from Cooper. It's good.
Timeout Benji Frazier, and I figured that was coming as soon as that happened. Dogs down 7-0 early in this one. 6:11 to play. Back after this quick timeout here on the Big Double A, the NFHS Network. .6:11 to play here in the first quarter. Dogs down 7-0 early in the boys matchup.
Fighting Cooper Austin right now, the senior guard with all 7 of Spring Garden's points. And now Cedartown try to take it to the hoop for the first time this evening. MJ has it. Nice move there. A jumper from the senior won't go. Rebounded by Xavier. Put back. It's good. And that was Ronald Knight instead. 2 points for the senior Ronald Knight at 7-2. Austin down the floor in traffic. Pass is tipped, but it makes its way to Cooper, to Cam Welch. Now back over to Cooper Austin. Welch going to try to set a screen. They get around it easily. Falls on the floor, knocked away by Jordan Johnson, but it goes over to John Welch. The freshman might have caught an accidental hit in the face. He's okay. They pass over to Andrew Floyd, now to Cam Welch. Cam driving in. Nice attempt, but won't go, and rebounded by Xavier Holiday. Great defense by Cedartown here. Xavier, the stellar sophomore, brother of MJ with it. Inside, now back outside to MJ Holiday. They'll restart this offense. 5:15 to go in the first period. 5-point lead for Spring Garden. MJ has it. Inside now to Jordan Johnson. Double team. Gives it in the corner to Xavier. Jumper from Xavier off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Jacob Welch. Cooper Austin down the floor, and a reach-in is going to be called against Xavier Holiday, and that's his second foul.
Dogs don't want him in foul trouble early.
Looked like he got ball that time.
I thought
but
he did too.
Maybe his body made contact with Cooper's body. I'm not sure. Either way, it's the 4th team foul on Cedartown, less than halfway through the first period. Inside to Jacob Welsh. Punched out of there by Billy Darden, but he loses it out of bounds.
If he doesn't try to get that, Logan, it's going to be Cedartown basketball when it goes out.
And you saw Frazier saying travel that time as they quickly got it to the freshman, Jacob Welsh. He took an extra step, but Cedartown couldn't keep it in. Tony Ware checks in for the Bulldogs.
Mario Maldonado will check in here momentarily.
What a great season he had on the gridiron this year. Intercepted on the inbounds pass. Ronald Knight, 2-on-1, passes to Jordan. Layup is no good, but he's fouled from behind. That foul will go against Andrew Floyd, and it earns a trip to the charity stripe for the senior.
And Logan, when Cedartown creates those turnovers like they do, like at that particular point, they're going to really change the layup of the game. Mario Maldonado also check in, and DJ Watley will check in momentarily as well. Up
Free
and in.
throw good by Jordan Johnson. 7-3 your score. Billy Darden comes out.
Cedartown fans sitting right in front of us. So you're going to hear them all night long. When Cedartown does something good, you'll hear about it.
He misses the second one, rebounded by the Panthers.
Free throws have been Cedartown's weakness this season so far, and that time another point they could have gotten.
Taking it to the hoop and missing a layup. Cooper Austin can't get it. MJ Holiday coming away with it. MJ runs into Mario Maldonado. He'll try a three anyway, and it's just a bit short. Rebounded by Cam Welch.
MJ just hasn't gotten that three-pointer calibrated yet. Once he does, once he gets in his zone, he's just about going to get it every time.
Austin drives it in past Mario Maldonado, and a foul will be called, I believe, against the senior. Indeed it will. Time he came in and made contact with Austin's face. It'll be a couple of free throws for Cooper Austin. He's 2 for 3 at the line this period. He's got all 7 of Spring Garden's points. Make that 8.
DJ Watley will check in for Jordan Johnson.
5 team fouls on Cedartown, 2 on Calvin Diamond, 2 on Xavier Holiday, 1 on Maldonado.
Just into the game, too. Here's Mario.
Second free throw also good from Cooper Austin, 9-3 Panthers. Halfway through this first period, Cedartown down by 6. Chapel Pope in the game for Spring Garden. And an easy layup as MJ Holiday drives it in past the sophomore. They give it to him down the floor, and his layup is good. So back-to-back shots, one for both sides.
Dogs did not get down the floor quick enough to defend the basket, and that's why they got the 2 right on the answer.
Be quick when you're playing a Panther team. Jumper from the free throw line off to the left, pulled down by Cooper Austin. Great steal by Tony Ware. He gets it, gives it over to Maldonado. Now they'll back it up and slow it down. Great play by Ware.
And great play not to travel either. They're going to call MJ for palming the ball. Not a mistake the senior normally makes.
And it was the right call. You saw Coach Frazier say, okay, yeah, you got us there. Of course, Coach Frazier saying I want to make sure it's going to be called both sides. 3:24.
As any good coach would say.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. 3:24 to play in the first period as the Panthers give it in. They lead it 11-5. Cooper has it. Passing right side to Chapel Pope. Back over to Cooper Austin. Down the left side of the lane. Layup has too much on it. Rebounded by Mario Maldonado. MJ Holiday with it. Down the right side, the senior. Back it up. On the outside, top of the key. It's Ronald Knight. Knight, he'll take it himself. Layup no good, no foul called. A lot of contact. Rebounded by Spring Garden.
Cedartown fans are steaming from that no call.
3 from Cam Welsh is airballed. And Cedartown making a ton of noise, and it's not a stretch to say that Cedartown has as many fans as Spring Garden tonight. They make a lot of noise all evening.
Cedartown's fans, by the way, especially the student section in the game on Tuesday night, really was explosive and just so into the game the entire time.
Jay Watley passing on the outside of Ronald Knight. The senior in traffic, shot off the front of the rim, bounces up and goes in.
Should have been an and one as well. A lot of contact, not called on the foul that time. Dogs are pressing.
11-7, it's a 4-point game now. Jordan Johnson guarding Cooper Austin. Over to Cam Welsh, strips it away. Jordan has it. Cuts to the left side. He'll back it up, hand it off to MJ Holiday on the wing. MJ driving in, floater, good! What a shot from MJ.
Gonna make it
Down the floor
game.
to Jacob Welsh. His layup won't go. Tipped up and pulled down by the Bulldogs. It's Maldonado. Cedartown has battled back here in the first period. MJ Holiday with it. Down the floor. Over to Jordan Johnson. Outside. Ronald Knight. A 3 for the lead. It's off the back of the rim. Climbing the ladder to get to it is Cooper Austin. He'll accelerate past Watley. Duck around a couple of defenders. Try a jumper off the backboard. And a foul called against Spring Garden going for the rebound. And finally, they get one against the big freshman, Jacob Welsh, his first.
I still can't believe he's a freshman. He's as big as a senior linebacker. I mean, he's humongous.
His sister's Neely Welsh.
Yeah.
His brother, Luke Welsh, who graduated last year as a fullback at Berry College. They've got athletes all in that family. And an offensive foul called against Mario Maldonado. That was a moving screen. Cedartown didn't like it.
Well, I mean, Maldonado has been called on fouls for a while. Coach Frazier is letting the ref have it. He is not happy about it. Inbounds pass, they just get it in to Spring Garden. Dogs are defending that inbounds pass pretty good, Logan.
Yes, they were. It goes to Cooper Austin. He gets around Jordan Johnson. Over to Chaz Pope, the senior. Now back outside to Cooper. Almost stripped again by Jordan. Pope with it, driving it in. He'll stop. Kick it outside to Cooper. Wide open three. Off the rim. Rebound and putback no good. Second putback no good. Pulled down by Jordan Johnson. Over to MJ Holiday. Down the floor to DJ Watley. Inside and a charge called. And that's the right call.
I'm afraid so. And now that you hear the Spring Garden fans making noise. This is what I love. I love this back and forth between these two schools that are really only 25 minutes apart. Grant Dempsey is going to come in, as well as number 10 for the Dogs, Logan Walters. Maldonado and DJ Watley come out. Holy smokes, it got a little loud in here. Of course, I'm sure you've been in here a little bit. Now we got a discussion with some of the referees here. I don't know what this is going to be. They had a little question about maybe a call of some sort. Back to action. Dogs down 11-9.
Chaz Pope rockets one in for Cooper Austin. Perfect pass. Layup is good. That was a great play.
It was.
11 points for Austin now. It's 13-9. Jordan Johnson gets around him, loses the dribble. He retains it in the corner. Underneath for Grant Dempsey. Knocked away back to Cedartown. Passes to MJ Holiday. Straight away down the center. Floater off the rim. Rebounded by Spring Garden. Cooper Austin has it. Austin all the way. Layup good.
Austin,
unstoppable.
I mean, Austin with his unbelievable athletic ability.
And a timeout called by Cedartown. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 22 seconds to play in the first period. Cedartown 9, Spring Garden 15.
Can you say the energy is a little pumped up here, Logan, at Spring Garden? The Dog Nation has invaded the Garden tonight.
We are not at home. I want to let y'all know, and that is not the Spring Garden fan base making noise. That was Cedartown all the way.
Well, half of it was Annabeth O'Neill. So.
And now Spring Garden saying we can't hear you, but we could barely hear that.
And there was a technical, I think, called on Cedartown at that timeout. Looks like they're going to have a tech shot. I did not see that happen. May have called it on the coach. So looks like Cooper Austin will have a couple of technical shots.
2 free throws for the senior here. First one up and in. Makes it a 7-point game, 16-9.
You know, Logan, 4 technical shots in a row for Heritage in that game completely turned the game around. And there's another free throw in. 17-9. They're up by 8 now, and Spring Garden will have the ball. But a technical late in the game where they made all 4 of the free throws, turned it around, and Heritage ended up winning that game, Cedartown's first region loss.
Panthers give it in as a gigolo chance started here at Spring Garden. They hand it off to Chapel Pope. Now left side over to John Welsh in the corner to Cooper Austin. 10 seconds to play in the first period. Cooper backing it up, driving it inside. He's going to take it. Stops. 2 on the shot clock. Loses it. Won't get a shot off in time. He does, but it's no good, and that'll take us to the second period. Cedartown trails at 17-9. We'll take a timeout and come back with the second stanza after this on WGAA. WGAA.
Welcome back here. Cedartown basketball in the Big AA about to begin the second period of play. We're on Facebook Live and the NFHS Network and YouTube. And along with Logan Maddox, Andrew Carter along with you here. 17-9, Spring Garden leads over Cedartown after the technical free throws by Cooper Austin, the 5'10 senior.
15 points for Austin in that first period. 17-9, Cedartown trails it. He's had an unbelievable start.
And I'll tell you what, though, no holds barred here.
Oh, no doubt about it. These both student sections getting into it. A lot of Cedartown students made the trip out. Obviously, Spring Garden, basically their entire school is here. They've got about 50 kids over there on the far side, and they're making noise nonstop. Cedartown has it as we start the second period. Xavier Holiday, no, that's Ronald Knight on the outside, passes to Jordan Johnson, intercepted, and a travel called immediately on Cam Welch. Now checking back in for the Dogs is Billy Darden, also Grant Dempsey. Logan Walters in there as well. They brought a few guys off. Jordan Johnson taking a seat, one of them. Logan Walters will send it in to MJ Holiday. For Cedartown, this is useful. Not only is it a good team, playoff type atmosphere here. Inside, Ronald Knight, left-handed shot, no good. Off of Cedartown and out of bounds. Great play by Cam Welch to throw it off the Bulldogs. Don't know if you could see that time. It was going to be off of the Panthers. He jumped in midair and rocketed one off the midsection of Ronald Knight.
It's just a good play. Knowing that he was going to either lose it or have to do that, and he did that, and he got the ball back.
Austin giving inside to Jacob Welch, now back outside to Cooper, the senior. Bounces one for the freshman, and he's fouled. Didn't see much of that time.
Not at all.
Come on, Mom!
7:11 to play in the half. 17-9 lead for Panthers over Cedartown, and a chance to extend it for Jacob Welch.
Free throw up and in from the freshman. His first point of the night, and it's 18-9. Second free throw is good as well. 10-point lead now for the Panthers, 19-9. Holiday with it, the senior. Bounces one for Logan Walters. He'll stop. Too high almost for Ronald Knight. A great catch by the senior. Inside for Dempsey now in the corner to Darden. Over to MJ. Tries one with Cooper right in his face. It doesn't matter. Three-pointer for MJ Holiday, 19-12.
That's the kind of three-pointer we want MJ to get.
Austin with it. Around left end. Bounces in it. Stolen by Ronald Knight. Back to the Bulldogs. Red and black have it. Knight on the right wing. Shoots away from a guy. Over to Dempsey. Back outside to MJ. Guarded by Cam Welch. MJ dancing around. Cuts inside. Floater off the inside of the rim. Rebounded by Grant Dempsey. Spin around. Put back. It's good. First make of the night for Grant Dempsey. It's 19-11. And a scramble for it.
That ball will stay with Spring Garden.
They haven't added the three-pointer yet. It should be 19-14. They're going to converse now. It was a three-pointer to make it 19-12, and then a two to make it 19-14.
And they're not going to put it up there.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So he shot a basket from outside the arc. Pops away from Jacob Welsh, puts it over a man. It won't go. John Welsh with an awkward layup. No good. Jacob Welsh with it again, and now a foul call.
I mean, you're keeping the book, Logan, so you
yeah,
got it right there.
It says 14 clearly right here.
And the official scorekeeper here has got to have that down there. Maybe they'll make that. They've made the correction now. It's 19-14 on the board now. So thankfully, that's been corrected.
Free throw from Jacob Welsh is good. The freshman automatic right now.
6 minutes exactly to play here in this period.
Second free throw from Welsh makes it a 7-point game, 21-14. MJ Holiday on the wing, inside to Maldonado, now on the outside to Walters. Back outside to MJ. It's a 7-point game. MJ down the left side, shot no good. A lot of contact, fights for a jump ball, and they call a foul instead.
Woo. Cedartown fans are getting hot.
MJ doesn't understand what he did wrong that time.
He's not the only one. Ooh, Cedartown fans are really, really getting into this one. Still yet to.
So 2 more free throws for Jacob Welsh. They're already in the double bonus.
Missed.
That one off the rim.
MJ Holiday is going to come out of the game. MJ still mouthing off some
He's going to have to calm down. I understand, and he's got a right to be upset, but you got to calm down, I think.
Tony Ware checks in for him. We need MJ down the stretch.
Oh, yeah. For the record, we don't disagree with him, but just got to let it roll right off of you. 22-14 after he makes the second one. Over to Walters, a 3, and way too much on it. Rebounded by Jacob Welsh. Cooper Austin gets it, races down the floor, and a foul is called. That'll go against Ronald Knight, first on him. So after they let him play the entire girls' game, everything getting called in the boys' matchup. Cooper Austin scoreless so far here in the second period, but that changes with that free throw. It's 23-14.
Not anymore.
5:26 to go in the first half. Cedartown down by 9 in this very spirited interstate matchup. He misses the second one, rebounded by Maldonado. Over to Ronald Knight. Knight around left end. He'll try a 3 off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Maldonado. A lot of contact. Bad pass, intercepted. Cooper Austin will get it. Top of the key, he has it. Straight away 3, yes.
That hurts.
It does. That makes it a 12-point game, 26-14.
And not having MJ Holiday out there right now is also, his absence is felt, to say the very least.
Tony Ware takes it. Layup won't go. Rebounded by Cam Welsh. 4:40 to play in the first half. 26-14 Panthers. Cooper Austin outside to Chapel Pope. Jumper in the lane. No, and off to the right. Rebounded by Cedartown's Ronald Knight. Knight leading the Dogs down the court. On the right side, a lot of separation. Long range, he hits it. 7 points for Ronald Knight, and it's 26-17. Chapel Pope in the corner to Andrew Floyd, the senior. Now to Jacob Welch, back to Pope. Pope, who had to play quarterback after his older brother Chaz Pope tore his ACL at the start of the season. Andrew Floyd around right side, hands it off to Cooper Austin. In the lane, and a foul is called.
I'll give him one thing, Logan. He had a great move to the hoop. I mean, he zigzagged through a defender and through the contact, and the foul called, and Cooper will go to the line to shoot.
All I can say is it is a shame they don't come to Cedartown, because I'm telling you, that one would sell some tickets, Andrew.
Well, let me tell you, Spring Garden was supposed to be a home game this week. Tomorrow, actually, was scheduled for tomorrow, but when we had to cancel our game at Spring Garden when we played Carver Columbus, it ended up being an away game only.
Make them call time! Make them call time!
And still, fans really getting into it here. There's going to be some people thrown out of this. You get the feeling.
If it continues like it is, and that's up and in as well, 28-17. Cooper Austin just continuing to make his presence felt.
11-point lead for Spring Garden. Cedartown trying to battle back. Long two for Mario Maldonado off the rim. Rebounded by Darden. Putback is good. Great job fighting through contact to put it up and in, 28-19. Now got to play some defense, though. Haven't been able to get many stops in this one. Cooper Austin gives it over to John Welsh. Now a handoff to Chapel Pope. Back outside to Cooper Austin. And he loses it. Goes to Tony Ware. Racing down the floor. Passes to Ronald Knight. Inside to Maldonado at the free throw line. Bounces one right to Cam Welsh.
My goodness.
That's Chaz Pope who would come away with it instead of Welsh.
Jordan Johnson is getting set to check back in.
Chapel Pope in the corner. Throws as he's falling down, and a travel is called. And Billy Darden thought that he had been called for a foul, and he had already started the facial expression.
At least it was a facial expression and not words, because
you can get away with the expression, yeah.
We've already seen one foul called already, or one technical already called on Cedartown tonight. Logan Walters will get the inbounds pass. No, it's going to be Jordan Johnson who gets it.
Johnson, very talented senior, brother of Jeremiah and Jaden, who are great basketball players as well. He takes it inside. Contact, nothing called, out of bounds, Spring Garden ball.
Oh my. That's either got to be a foul or it's got to be out of bounds on Spring Garden.
Jacob Welsh checks back in. He has 5 points this period, all on free throws. Doesn't help that Spring Garden's in the double bonus because Cedartown wants to play physical, but when you play too physical, anything's getting called this evening. Cooper Austin taking it down the floor for Spring Garden. He's guarded by Jordan Johnson. Over to John Welsh. Almost stolen ball on the floor, and Cooper Austin gets back to it. Scramble for it. Tipped up and stolen by Jordan Johnson. Down the floor around a man, and a foul finally called. That'll be against John Welsh.
Senior Jordan Johnson will head to the line and try to do a couple of free throws. There will not be free throws.
I thought it was on the floor, I'm going to be honest.
Well, I did too. The initial call was twos, and now it's going to be just
jumper from Logan Walters off the rim, fighting for his own rebound. A lot of contact, nothing called. Andrew Floyd gets it, and a travel called. I'm shocked that a foul was not called on Floyd as he went for the rebound.
It's been a back-and-forth affair defensively here in the last couple of minutes. Cedartown, though, looking to get some offense going.
Bounces one on the right wing to Maldonado, now on the outside to Darden. It's a 9-point deficit for Cedartown, under 2 to play in the first half. To Maldonado, layup won't go, rebounded by Jacob Welsh.
Yeah, too hot on that shot there from Maldonado.
Passes to Austin, who will take it down the floor. Guarded tightly by Walters. Over to John Welsh. Now Chaz Pope, the senior. Pope inside. There's the wall.
He traveled. Yeah, they finally called it. A little late call, but man, he did the trademark jump and land before he passed or shot it. Now Maldonado comes out. Dempsey checks in.
1:32 to play in the first half. 28-19. Spring Garden leads it. Jordan Johnson receives the inbounds pass.
It's good to have Jordan Johnson back out there after being on the football team.
Cuts all the way to the hoop. Layup is good. Nice shot.
Very nice. Very nice. That's the presence we were lacking, and now there's going to be a whistle as Jordan Johnson tried to drive into it. He dove right into the legs of Cooper Austin. That'll be a foul on him. And we head down to the other end for 2 free throws.
First foul on Johnson. The thing is, Cedartown's had probably 12 or 13 fouls. The good news is this. At least it's been spread out. Nobody with more than 2. That's the good thing.
Only 3 team fouls on the Panthers in this first half. You know, in Georgia, they reset, and that's up and good. In Georgia, they reset the team fouls after every quarter. That's a new rule they started last year. Here in Alabama, as far as I know, they still do the half fouls, and they don't reset for the quarters.
They're a bit behind. Second free throw is good from Cooper Austin. 30-21 your score. I will be honest.
Well, they're always an hour behind.
Yep, that's a good point. Yes, that's what I mean. In the corner, they go for Billy Darden. Underneath, it's DJ Watley. Back outside, Darden. A long 2. It's off the rim. Going for the rebound. Where is the foul called? And then a late foul calls in. That'll go, or well, no, they're just going to say out of bounds off of Cedartown.
Well, I tell you what, Dempsey was almost tackled. It felt like he might have still been on the football team, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds by Jordan Johnson on the inbounds pass.
Jordan Johnson and Cooper Austin, a lot of talking during the play, and the officials come up and have a word with Jordan as well as Cooper and warn them both.
Yeah.
And they're still talking. There's still a lot of jawing going on. They throw it down the floor to Cooper. He stops on the wing. Takes it in. It's blocked by Darden. Over to Watley. DJ in the lane. Floater is good. 30-23 the score. Cooper Austin taking it down the court. And Jordan Johnson with a reach in. And that definitely was a reach in.
It was. Free throws coming to the line.
That's the second foul on Jordan Johnson.
You know, I want to go back to that play, though. They're going to do inbounds pass here. It's not going to be a shooting foul.
Well, they're in the double bonus.
That's what I thought.
don't understand that.
That's what I was thinking, too.
I don't know. Under 30 to play in the first half. Cooper Austin passes to Cam Welsh. Now over to Austin. Star senior with it. Through contact. Floater is good, and a foul called at the end.
Man, oh, man. What I wanted to say earlier is go back to that long pass that Spring Garden sent in earlier. You know, the first time they did that, they completely outran Cedartown, got away from the defense, and was able to get points from it. That time, the Dogs were able to get a turnover off of it, but a couple of plays later, back to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. Something no good.
Too much on it that time from the senior, rebounded by Jordan Johnson. Underneath and lost out of bounds. It'll be Spring Garden ball.
Shocker. 8 seconds to play.
32-23 the score. Spring Garden on top, but Cedartown hanging with them nicely. In it goes to Andrew Floyd. The senior loses it, stripped. Ball on the floor. Somehow they keep it. It's Floyd, and a foul called at the buzzer.
Is this going to be an untimed free throw?
And they're having to get players back over to their benches. And that's against Jordan Johnson. That's his third.
So he's going to have undefended free throws.
Andrew Floyd with the first one, misses it. Misses both.
Halftime, and it's if you can say the agitation in this building for the red and black is quite major, to say the very least. At the half, Cedartown trails by 9, 32-23. We'll come back in a few moments with a few halftime stats. We'll talk about that first half. Preview the second half. Cedartown basketball is brought to you by Croker's Hardware in Cedartown. Also brought to you by Peach State Ford, Polk County Public Service, Cedartown Automotive, Livewire Surplus, Peach State Ford, also Cedar Valley Golf Course, and Cherokee Golf and Country Club. It's lively already up here. with the student sections cheering back and forth. We'll take a break and come back. Halftime, 32-23, Cedartown trails it. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Spring Garden High School, and we're kind of at a loss of what has just happened here. We think that the game has been called at halftime, and I have never ever heard of this happening before. At least not in recent memory. But Cedartown left the court after halftime was declared and walked out. And I think, I'm at a loss for words, Logan. I've never seen anything like this.
I will say this, Andrew. Let's look at the free throws in the first half. Cedartown 2, Spring Garden 22. I have never seen that in my life. But I've also never seen a game called at halftime like that, so I don't know what to say.
Well, I can tell you this. I think this may be the last time these two teams play each other.
I think, yeah.
And I think it, and again, nothing against our, I know a lot of great people here at Spring Garden, including Coach Alston, who is a fine human being and a great friend of ours. But, what we saw here tonight is not what you want to see. And, there was a lot of contention happening. There was a lot of jawing back and forth going on. But, Logan, that happens at regular games. I mean, so, we're at a loss of what has occurred. And, I have no idea why it was called, who called it, or whatever. The clock for the half is ticking down. Now, Cedartown basketball is back out on the court now. So I don't know if they're going to play or not. Our team has come back out on the floor.
I have no idea.
And I don't know.
So now we're playing.
Is that right?
That's what it looks like.
I mean, so they said the game is called, and then they say it's not called. I'm absolutely, completely confused.
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, well, change final to halftime. I mean, all of our fans left, just about. I wonder if it was just to clear the fence out.
Well, the student section's still here.
Yeah,
so I'm at a loss.
I don't know. Let me see.
Well, looking at halftime stats, Andrew.
Yeah, they're halftime stats, not final stats.
Yes, halftime. We've still got 16 minutes.
I promise you we're not idiots. We've seen a few ball games up here, folks. We've called a few. But never have we seen anything like what we saw at the end of the first half.
Scoring in the first half, 25 points for Cooper Alston. He has went off. Incredible talent for Spring Garden. Great senior. 25 points for him, 5 for Jacob Welsh, and 2 for Chapel Pope. As for Cedartown, much more spread out effort. 7 points for Ronald Knight, 7 for MJ Holiday, 3 for Jordan Johnson, then 2 points each for Billy Darden, BJ Watley, and Grant Dempsey. Cedartown trailing 32-23 here at the halfway point. Interesting first half, and we got a whole nother half to play.
Interesting is the word. more like bizarre than anything else. And goodness, just looking at the way the coaches are talking with some of the fans up front, and the way some of the demeanor of some of the players out there. This second half could be contentious again, just like it was toward the end of the first half. Cedartown did have that one technical call, and those last free throws, Logan, that was just a regular foul. It was not a technical foul, but Cedartown had already left the floor. The foul was called, and I thought the initial signal was before the right at the buzzer, and that would just render that play dead. But not according to what we just saw now. So Cedartown did not leave. They are back. I think the girls' team might have left. At least the bus that had the girls' team may have left. And some of the Cedartown fans and some of the students that left the gym have come back out. So again, if we sound like we don't quite know what's happened or what's going on, that's because we don't. We've never seen anything like that happen, even in an away game, even in a Rockmart game. And we've seen some pretty heated Rockmart games in years past, including that game that was suspended with less than a couple of minutes left at the end when the fight broke out, and some fans got involved in something that was just not good. There was no physical altercations or anything like that here. But additional, now some sheriff's deputies have been called in. They may be in here for security control in case something does happen. So there you go. We'll see what happens in the second half, Logan. Again, I'm just at a loss of what has transpired here. But who knows? Spring Garden, by the way, has not come back out of the gym of their locker room yet. Cedartown is out. And I still am not sure if we assume we're going to get to play again, but no sign of the Spring Garden squad yet. Well, what we'll do is we'll step aside for you to see a few of our sponsors on the screen, and we'll come back hopefully with the start of the second half in a bit. Logan Maddox, Andrew Carter with you here from Spring Garden High School on our social media platforms, WGAA Facebook, YouTube, and on the NFHS network. We'll return in just a few moments. We're back, and looks like we're going to continue to play, Logan.
Chippy first half. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. The officials are going to have to find a way to calm this thing down. Spring Garden will start with the ball here in the second half. Cam Welsh will give it in to Cooper Austin. Now over to Welsh.
Foul call on Cedar. Well, I think they got number 3 for Cedartown on the foul. It'll be Darden. So Spring Garden will have another inbounds pass.
Give it in to Jacob Welsh, gets around his man, layup is good. He's got 7 on the night. It's 34-23. MJ Holiday has it, gives it on the outside to Billy Darden, now on the wing to Ronald Knight. Back over to MJ Holiday, he'll dribble it to the top of the key. MJ has it in the corner of the floor, down by 11. Screen is set. MJ takes it, jumper, long two, off the rim. Tipped out of there and rebounded by Ronald Knight. Back over to MJ, wide open, straightaway three, it's good.
You just can't leave MJ Holiday open like that if you're the defense. And he gets that wide open three-pointer. Dogs playing the press on the inbounds pass, and they're able to get past him.
Cooper Austin with it. 34-26 the score, 8-point difference. Over to Cam Welsh. Now handoff to Andrew Floyd. Back to Austin. Austin around his man, outside to Cam Welsh. Welsh with a floater that won't go, tipped up and out of bounds off of Spring Garden. It'll be Cedartown ball.
There's a call that goes Cedartown's way.
Handed off to MJ Holiday. He'll bring it down the floor. Cedartown trying to cut into this 8-point deficit against the number 6 team in Class 2A in Alabama. MJ with it on the wing at the free throw line. Stops. He'll kick it outside to his brother Xavier. Long shot off the front of the rim. Didn't get enough on it. Rebounded by Andrew Floyd. Over to Austin now. Screen is set, and that's a moving screen against Cam Welsh, and that'll give it to Cedartown. First foul on him, just the 4th foul against Spring Garden tonight.
And so far, none on Cedartown to this point. Well, they got one. There was one early on, but ever since then, there have been a couple of Panthers.
MJ has it. Pass on the right wing to Xavier Holiday. Back for Ronald Knight in the lane. Layup no good. And a great rebound by Jacob Welsh. Passes to Austin. Puts on the brakes at midcourt. Guarded by Ronald Knight. Over to John Welsh. On the outside, great pass to Andrew Floyd. Can't hit the layup. Rebound lost out of bounds off of Cedartown, they'll say. I'm going to be honest, I couldn't see from it.
I couldn't really tell either, but it was close.
Now they switch it to Cedartown.
They changed it.
I couldn't see, so I'm not sure. It could have been either way, to be perfectly honest. MJ gets it. 5:40 to play here in the 3rd period. Cedartown trailing by 8. Need a shot here. Calvin Diamond bounces one for Billy Darden. Now to Xavier Holiday. He needs a big shot. Layup too much on it. Pulled out of there by the 6'4" freshman. Spring Garden back with the ball.
You know, the Dogs just really don't have anybody that big on their team.
This year. Cooper Austin takes it inside, tries for the Trey Young flop and doesn't get the call. Outside to Cam Welsh, his three, way too much on it. Rebounded by Ronald Knight. Down the floor to MJ, a three in the corner, off the rim. Rebounded by Spring Garden and a foul called reaching in, trying to force the jump ball on Billy Darden. It's number 2 on the senior.
MJ Holiday was asking the ref maybe if there was some contact on his three-pointer on that other end. I thought he was wide open. It might have been about something else.
Panthers give it in to Cooper Austin. Night defense by Ronald Knight. Punches it out. Great defense. Stolen by Cedartown. Hand off to Billy Darden. Layup is good.
That's what you want, and the Dogs forcing a turnover almost again. Man coverage, and it is stolen.
Stolen by Cedartown. It's going to be a keeper for Xavier. Count the basket and a foul. 34-30 and a chance to make it a 3-point game. And the scoreboard says 34-30. It said 34-4 for a second and switched it. It happens. It's okay. Cedartown fans were getting into it. We promise they'll fix it. Chance to make it a 1-possession game here. Remember, it was as much as, what, a 12 or a 13?
13-point lead at one point.
Free throw is good from Xavier Holiday. 34-31, and Cedartown can't slow down yet. There's a mistake. It went off of Andrew Floyd, bounced off him, and hit MJ Holiday, went out of bounds. That would have been a great for Cedartown.
Yeah, Cedartown with mean defensive coverage, pressing on the inbounds pass and all the way down the floor.
Austin passing in the corner to Welsh, and he has it stripped out of bounds off Cedartown. Back to the Panthers. Austin to throw it in. Ronald Knight has been on him like glue here in the second half.
And Ronald is so good at that, sticking with it with his guy.
Jacob Welsh with an athletic finish on that layup.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. Didn't matter what the defense did there. He just made it happen.
Back to Xavier Holiday, the sophomore. Passes to Darden, outside to MJ. A little too far for the senior, inside for the higher percentage floater, and it rolls off the rim. Rebounded by Jacob Welsh. Right place, right time. Tipped out of his hands and over to Cedartown. Xavier with it, outside MJ. A three, it's off the rim. Once again to Welsh, and this time they'll call a reaching in foul. That'll be on Darden. Again, we can see the ball, but there's two sides to the story, and then there's the truth. He might have made contact with that. Our camera angle up here is as nice as it can be, Andrew, but it ain't a 360.
I'm new.
They rocket one. It's the go-long play for Cooper Austin, and he hits the easy layup. Just takes the top off the defense. His first basket of the second half, and it's a 7-point game.
You got to have a guy to get down there, and you have to have a guy who can pass it.
Corner three, Xavier just trying something to get it back in the game. Jacob Welsh, too tall, fights for the rebound. Goes to Austin. Jordan Johnson with his hands behind his back guarding him. Tipped pass, stolen, and then a foul bringing it down the floor on Spring Garden. That'll go against John Welsh, the freshman. Foul number 2 on him.
Another one of their big ones, 6'1". MJ Holiday, good to see him back in there. He's been in since the beginning of the first half. He sat most of the second quarter after getting into a little foul trouble.
Ronald Knight with it straight away. Right side to MJ. Screen is set. MJ with some space. Takes it around. Left side of the lane. Shot rolls in.
Good job by MJ Holiday. When he gets open like that and again gets around that and gets the hole to go in for the shot, he got it. And Cedartown 38-33, we trail it.
Outside to John Welsh. Down to Andrew Floyd. You know they're going to get it to Austin. Floyd trapped. He hands it off to Cooper in the corner of the floor. Guarded by Ronald Knight. Ronald step for step with the senior. Screen is set. Loses his footing. Passes outside to Chaz Pope. Fellow senior here for the Panthers. MJ Holiday punches it out again. Stolen by Jordan Johnson. Johnson will take it. Hands it off. Xavier, layup is good.
Timeout called. I think, no, they're going to keep play alive.
38-35 with 2:14 and ticking here in the third period. We'll fix the clock. Foul called as Cooper Austin drove it into the chest of Mario Maldonado.
38-35. Dogs down by 3.
Foul number 3 on Maldonado.
Maldonado may be the best answer we have for Jacob Welsh.
He's the only one with the same or similar size. His free throw up and in from Austin makes it a 2-possession game, 39-35. This is a Spring Garden team that's undefeated on the year. Remember, 3-0. Closest game, a 5-point difference on Tuesday against Sandrock. Second free throw off the rim. Rebound and put back, no good from Welsh. Tipped out of there and rebounded by Cedartown. Down the floor, Ronald Knight was wide open. They get it to him. The senior spins. Layup is good. What a shot.
2-point game now, 39-37. 2 minutes to go here in the period.
Austin back with it. Knight staying with him in defense. Big screen set. Austin inside and a foul called.
Oh, should have been a travel, I thought, at least.
That's against Maldonado, number
4. Got it. I think it's number 4
yeah.
on him. So he'll have to come out. Looks like Cothran will come in for Maldonado.
Lyndon Cothran in for the Dogs. Next tallest player. And it goes to Austin and a definite foul that time.
Yep.
That's against Ronald. That's his second. 1:41 to play in the period, 39-37 Panthers. 6 fouls on Cedartown, 3 on Spring Garden here in the second half. Throw it into Andrew Floyd. He loses the handle but regains possession. Hands it off to John Welsh in the corner of the floor. The freshman drives in through contact, loses it, goes to Jacob, layup missed, rebounded by Jordan Johnson. Passes ahead to MJ. A 3 would take the lead, a 2 would tie it. MJ inside, jumper, off the rim, nothing called. Rebounded by Spring Garden.
I think he might have drawn that up a little bit more than it was.
I think you're right. Cooper has it, and that's a jump ball possession arrow to Cedartown.
Wow.
I didn't even see a hand on the ball, but we won't argue the call.
Maybe he got hand on the ball, maybe trying to block a shot, and I guess grabbed a hold of it while the other team had it. So that's all I can guess.
Chapel Pope coming in for John Welsh. Got to tip your cap to the Panthers. A young team for them overall. Got a few seniors. Several starting freshmen, including John Welsh. They've held their own against a really good Cedartown team. At the same time, Cedartown giving a ranked team in Alabama all they can handle this evening. MJ Holiday back with the ball. Gives it over to Ronald Knight on the wing. Chapel Pope right on him in defense. Comes in through contact. Shot missed. And a jump ball on the rebound. That'll give it to the Panthers.
And that was a definite jump, I thought. There was all ball, no pushing or shoving on that. And the Panthers will get the ball back. Under a minute to play here in the third. Dogs as close as they've been all night, 39-37.
And it goes to Cooper Alston. Of course, Spring Garden in no hurry bringing it down the court. They like the tempo, but Cedartown has kind of matched that here in the third period. They've only allowed 7 points and a steal. Jordan Johnson down the floor, lays it up and misses the wide open, uncontested basket. Here comes Spring Garden and stolen back by MJ. Down to Jordan, back outside. MJ, a 3 for the lead. Yes!
MJ Holiday showing his senior leadership. Cedartown fans on their feet here with seconds left here in the period.
Alston in traffic, has it ripped away, out of bounds, Cedartown ball.
Officially 10 seconds on the clock, 10.9 here in the third. 40-39. Cedartown has not led at all tonight until a few seconds ago.
Alston comes off the floor. He'll get a breather for the final 10 seconds. They roll it into MJ. Picks it up with 10 ticks of the clock left. Down the right side, wide open, a 3 for Ronald Knight off the rim and rebounded by Welsh. He'll take it, doesn't get a shot off in time, and that'll take us to the fourth period. Cedartown has battled back. They outscore Spring Garden in that third period, 17-7, and they lead it 40-39. Dog fans on their feet, get your fours up. We got a fantastic finish on your way after this on the Big Double A.
Fourth period about to begin. Dogs with their first lead of the night, 40-39. Cedartown taking the lead with a three-pointer. It was MJ Holiday, I believe, with a three-pointer. Mr. Clutch himself. And Coach Benji Frazier, as you can see on the camera, is giving his team a heart-to-heart in what's been a very emotionally charged game and a physical game with a very good Spring Garden team. And Cedartown's fans that have made the drive over from Cedartown showing some love for the red and black. 8 minutes to go. This thing's still long from over.
8 minutes to play, and they give it in to Cooper Alston. Here's the thing, if you think Spring Garden ain't going to come in with some big adjustments here in the final period, you're out of your mind. Jacob Welsh with it, back over to Cooper. Underneath for Welsh, a pass back and a beauty. They retake the lead.
You called it.
Perfectly drawn up play, 41-40. Now we'll see what they're cooking on defense. Jordan Johnson has to save it from going out of bounds. Back over to Spring Garden. Down to John Welsh, the freshman, with a shot. And
Coach,
timeout called by Cedartown.
Very short-lived lead.
Whoa, they didn't give Cedartown the timeout. They said that it was a steal somehow. Did it go out of bounds?
Oh, my.
Coach Frazier down here saying timeout.
He had timeout called after the shot happened. I mean, that's rotten right there. That's just rotten.
Cam Welsh will hand it off to Cooper Austin. 7:15 to play. Andrew Floyd outside to Jacob Welsh. Now to Austin on the wing. Pass back, and it's tipped this time. Still goes to the freshman. And Austin gets the ball back on the outside. Over to Floyd on the wing. Gets around his man. Left side to John Welsh. John Welsh spins. Shot is blocked. Count the basket and a foul.
Smells good, don't it?
That's against Jordan. That's his fourth.
You know, Logan told me something during the break, and I won't repeat it now, but you're right. Make your own conclusion, Cedartown fans.
Free throw is good from Welsh. It's 46-40. A 7-0 scoring run to start out the fourth period for Spring Garden. MJ Holiday has it just across midcourt. Near side to Xavier Holiday. The screen is set, passing back to Ronald Knight. Great move and a great shot.
It's just what you need. Now Cedartown pressing. They're able to get away from that coverage. Cedartown's going to reset and go defend the other basket, Logan.
Cooper Austin will give it over to Cam Welsh now. He's double teamed and he travels.
There he did. Good double team defense. MJ Holiday and Ronald Knight right in his face. And man, tempers just emotions are flaring up on both Spring Garden and Cedartown right now on the floor.
Xavier Holiday drives in, floater in and out. Unlucky, fighting for the rebound. It's going to be saved from going out. Andrew Floyd picks it up just at the out-of-bounds marker and passes it over to Cooper.
Well, I thought his foot was on the line when he recovered it. It was close.
Cooper Austin underneath to Jacob Welsh, just too easy.
You can't lament on something that didn't go right on the other end. Cedartown has got to go down there and defend that, and that's exactly what happened. 48-42.
MJ Holiday drives it in, hits the deck, no foul called, and now they'll say that, timeout as he hits the deck. So we'll take it with them. 5:31 to go, 48-42. Panthers lead it here on the Big AA.
Back here with 5:31 to play in the game. Cedartown trails 48-42 to Spring Garden. In the boys matchup, Cedartown will have possession, and Cedartown was able to get a timeout called before possession changed. The Dogs will try to have an inbounds pass, and Cedartown's ready to check it in, and Spring Garden is yet to break huddle. Now they will. Cedartown was ready about 20 seconds ago.
5:31 to play, a 6-point lead for Spring Garden. This has been a fun game to call, and as you said, a very emotionally charged one. In quickly to Xavier, just doesn't get the roll, and a foul called against City for the rebound.
We'll get Ronald Knight, number 1, on the foul. That is his 3rd. 8th on the Bulldogs for the half. It's 1-1 now, so we'll head to the other end for free throws.
5:27 to play in this one. I want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening. Got some people from Spring Garden. Got some texts in saying it's a good game. Obviously, a lot of red and black faithful just across state line tuning in as well. As the first free throw up and in from Cam Welsh, the senior. Makes it a 7-point game, 49-42. And he makes both. Spring Garden basketball for you, the fundamentals and the free throws. MJ with it, the senior with a shot, not high percentage, tried it anyway. Seems like Cedartown's just heaving it up there.
Well, if anybody can make a shot like that, it's MJ Holiday, but he just didn't have it. Knocked loose, Cedartown gets it.
Down the floor to MJ, one man to beat, layup is good.
Had a guy right on his back, too, and was able to get it up and in, and now we got a whistle. And looks like Cedartown called.
No, a foul called on MJ immediately.
And that was after that shot was put up and in, so the change of possession had already happened. And that's 1-1, team foul number 9 here in the second half for Cedartown. Goodness. We'll be in double bonus land here in a minute. First one good. And that makes it 51-44. Garden on top.
Second free throw from the senior Alston. He nails it, 52-44. Big shout out to Trent Dixon. Shane McCord listening in from Cherokee County, Calhoun County. Foul called against Cooper Alston as MJ Holiday drove it inside. First on him.
Now on a bump. And it was about as obvious as it can be.
Give it into MJ this time. It's an 8-point game, still time, but got to reestablish that rhythm you had in the third period. Maybe a bit of a walk. We might have gotten away with one there. To the free throw line, Jordan with a jumper, way too much on it. Ball pops around and it's rebounded by Cooper Alston. Cedartown stingy on defense. Great move by the senior to get away from it, and way too much there from Jordan. If you're the senior, you got to understand you can't do that, and he's fouled out.
He's gone.
Got to have more awareness.
Tony Ware will check in for him as the night is done for Jordan. And that is team foul number 10, so it is 2 shots at the line from here on out in bonus territory.
Cedartown fans making their way to the exits as the first one up and in. Actually, check that. That's actually some Cherokee County players who have made the trip over. They played on Tuesday night, beat Ashley. He hits both. Alston, it seems like he has lived at the free throw line this evening, and he's made the vast majority of them.
Southeast Woodfield was just about perfect from the free throw line.
3 from Xavier Holiday, foul underneath, nothing called. I thought there was a stoppage play, there was none. Down the floor, they rocket one to Andrew Floyd, and his shot off the glass won't go. Tipped up and rebounded by Billy Darden, the senior. Throws it over to Xavier Holiday, the sophomore. Jukes one man, and he travels. It's one of those where maybe they could call a foul, but you're not sure if there's enough contact to call a foul, and it actually looks like he might have slipped there.
That appears to be it. 4:07 to play in the game. Cedartown got as close as 2 points, but now it's a 9-point lead it's a 10-point lead by the Garden. 54-44. As the referee is working on a scab on the floor, a scuff mark. Gordon Johnson out there with a towel to assist.
I say great hospitality here as always.
I love coming here. And Coach Alston is a class act.
Oh, yeah.
Longtime coach here. This court is named after him, isn't it?
Ricky Austin Court, says it right there.
Yeah.
Dale Welsh Gymnasium, another legendary Spring Garden coach. And it goes to Cooper Austin. 4:02 to go. Cedartown's got to get some stops defensively, and this is where you get kind of desperate, and you do things like that.
He'll get number 2, Xavier Holiday, on his 4th, I believe, his 3rd. And again, at this point, free throws from here on out. And this is where Spring Garden can put the Dogs away.
First half, there were a ton of shooting fouls that were kind of borderline. And we mentioned that. Here in the second half, it's been, we got to the double bonus as the free throws up and in. Once Spring Garden got to 10 fouls, Cedartown just started fouling too much, and there were not as many borderline fouls. There were some blatant fouls like that one. Hits the first one and misses the second one. Rebounded by MJ, and a foul will be called going for the rebound on Jacob Welsh.
Jacob Welsh gets the foul. The freshman, 6'4". 6 to play. Dogs have an inbounds pass. Hoping for something to happen here in the last 4 minutes.
Holiday on the left side. Gets around Cooper Austin. He'll take it all the way. Great block by Welsh.
And
he'll save it.
He saves it somehow, and they got, there's another one knocked loose.
John Welsh gets to it. And timeout called by Spring Garden just in the right amount of time. There you have it. 3:36 to go in this ball game. Cedartown trails at 55-44.
We'll stay right here. It's only a 30-second timeout.
Cedartown with a huge third period. If you missed it, they outscored Spring Garden 17-7. Retook the lead. I think took the lead for the first time this evening. Led 40-39, but here in the final period, Spring Garden has outscored Cedartown 16-5. They have swung the momentum totally in Cedartown's favor.
Don't forget, we're back in action with you on Saturdays. Dogs with a tough test on the road with the Carrollton Trojans. Boys game only on Saturday. We'll have that for you on the Big AA, Facebook Live, YouTube, and the NFHS Network.
And it goes to Cooper Austin with 3.5 to play. Cam Welsh will get it, top of the key. Hands it off to Austin. The superstar senior, he's got well over 30 points this evening. Had 25 just in the first half. The darts at the left side now. It's just a game of keep away, and Cedartown's got a foul. Over to Cam Welsh.
We almost had a takeaway right there.
Great athletic move by Cooper Austin to get to it.
Soft contact there from MJ Holiday, but they will get him on the foul. And that will be his 3rd, I believe. Third foul on MJ Holiday. Free throw is good. 56-44. Dogs will sub out 3 guys. Jay Watley comes in, as well as number 24 for the Dogs. And that is Ladras. Cooper Austin with his second attempt coming up. And no good.
Off to the right.
Spring Garden with the rebound, Logan.
Cam Welsh over to Chapel Pope, and now to Cooper Austin. Back at half court, under 3 to play. John Welsh gets it. Cooper Austin on the outside. It'll be interesting to see where he attends college, because honestly, a talented football player, very talented basketball player, could play both sports if he wanted to. Chapel Pope, the sophomore, hands it off to Cooper Austin. He backs it up to the corner of the floor, and now for Cedartown, do you even send a man up there?
At this point, I think it's kind of a moot point. You know, and this is where the game has changed in Georgia from here, because In Georgia, you reset team fouls every quarter. Here it's at the half like it used to be in Georgia. And it takes away this double bonus that you would have toward the end of the game where you can do stuff like this and just run time off the clock. And that's what Spring Garden is doing. If you're, of course, in high school, you don't have a play clock.
If you remember a couple of years ago in the region tournament, Troup County did this to close out the first half. They probably bled the last 3 minutes of the first half off. Cooper Austin will hold on to it for the final 90 seconds, and that'll do it. Valiant effort from Cedartown. They will fall to 2-3. They have a great 3 periods against the number 6 team in Class 2A in the state of Alabama. But Spring Garden too much, and the Panthers will move to 4-0 on the year. Remember, Cedartown will be back in action on Saturday. They're going to make the drive down to Carrollton. What time's tip-off, Andrew?
3 o'clock.
Andrew will have that for you on WGAA Radio, on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on the NFHS Network. And the girls back in action on Tuesday.
And then one of my favorite things of the year, the Haralson County Invitational Tournament. I can taste the Brunswick stew now.
Would imagine Spring Garden will be back in it. They usually are.
They weren't last year, though, if you recall. They weren't in it last year.
We'll have to wait and see.
They may have their own tournament. By the way, there will be a tournament here this weekend.
The Cherokee County Invitational. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. Haralson County's only Georgia team in it, but several very good Alabama teams. All the counties here in Cherokee County, or all the schools in Cherokee County, will be in it. Should be a lot of fun matchups. And that'll do it. Big win for Spring Garden. They knock off Cedartown 56-44.
While Logan adds up those totals, we remind you again that Cedartown basketball will have the game Saturday on the road at Carrollton. Boys only, girls only on Tuesday as they take on the Cass Colonels. And then the Haralson County Tournament after Christmas. In fact, the Monday after Christmas, Monday the 27th, will be the start of that tournament. Coach Frazier will be sending us a bracket for that tournament, as well as the girls. They'll both be taking part, so we look forward for that. Tough one for the Bulldogs tonight. They got within 2 but couldn't get closer. 56-44, Spring Garden defeats the Bulldogs of Cedartown High School, and Logan Maddox has those final totals.
All right, final stats. We'll start out with the victorious Spring Garden Panthers, and a big night for Cooper Austin. 34 points. He had 25 in the first half. Had a lot of big threes, and again, hit most of his free throws. That's what it came down to, was him converting those shots. Got to make the free ones. He was able to. 34 points for him in this one. 13 for Jacob Welsh. Freshman's going to be special. Big kid, uses his size well, very athletic. He had 13. 5 points for John Welsh, 4 for Chapel Pope, 2 for Cam Welsh. As for Cedartown, 17 for MJ Holliday, 11 for Ronald Knight, 6 points for Xavier Holliday, 4 for Billy Darden, 3 for Jordan Johnson, 2 points for DJ Watley, and 2 for Grant Dempsey. Cedartown falls to 2-3. Spring Garden improves to 4-0.
It's been fun, and Logan, you'll be back with us for the Haralson County tournament, yes, I do believe, because we've got some prior commitments this weekend, including this tournament here. So you'll be spending some time here in Spring Garden this weekend, as well as some time over with your brethren at West Georgia. Who does West Georgia have this weekend?
The women are playing Albany State on Saturday, and on Friday, the men are playing.
Put you on the spot, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I made the
Mr.
notes earlier today. Yeah. After 2 games tonight, my mind is fried.
Well, let me tell you, if you haven't heard Logan do play-by-play for basketball for West Georgia, he's good at it, buddy. Final score, Spring Garden 56, Dogs 44. We'll talk to you again next time the Dogs play here on the Big Double A. Have a great week. Have a great evening, folks. God bless, and we'll see you next time here on the